What if I told you that a coin, no larger than a penny, could change your life? Imagine holding a piece of history in your hand worth up to $4 million. Sounds crazy, right? Well, stay with me because today, I'm about to show you how one of the most elusive and valuable coins in the world could be sitting in your pocket right now. That if you have a 2009 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, you might be sitting on a treasure. Yes, millions of dollars could be just a few inches away. Let's set the scene. It's 2009, and the U.S. Mint is preparing to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. They're releasing a special set of pennies, designed to honor the great man himself, featuring a reverse design that's different from any other penny ever made. But here's the catch: the mint mark, that little letter on the coin, indicating where it was minted, was supposed to be on every coin. But guess what? Some pennies slipped through the cracks. No mint mark. And when that happens, it's like the coin has disappeared into thin air, almost like it never existed. But it did. And now, it's one of the rarest coins in circulation. Why is this so important? Because when we talk about rare coins, we're talking about scarcity. Coins with no mint mark, like the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial Penny, are considered ultra-rare. And rarity means value. So, do you have one of these pennies? If you do, you might be holding a small fortune. There's a specific reason this penny is worth up to $4 million. We'll dive deeper into that in a minute, but first, let's break it down. In the world of coin collecting, rarity, demand, and condition are the three factors that make a coin valuable. With the 2009 no mint mark Lincoln penny, we're dealing with a perfect storm, because these coins were only minted in Philadelphia, and due to a production error, very few were released without a mint mark. As time goes on, fewer of these pennies are in circulation, making them incredibly hard to find. Now, let's talk condition. If your 2009 penny is in mint condition, meaning it shows no wear, scratches, or discoloration, it could be worth a fortune. The higher the grade, the higher the value. A perfect coin could fetch upwards of $4 million. $4 million. That's not just pocket change. But wait, how can you even know if your coin is worth that much? Don't worry, we're going to break that down, too. But here's where it gets really exciting. A coin in less than perfect condition still holds substantial value, so even if your penny isn't flawless, it's still worth hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Imagine pulling one of these out of your change jar, or finding it in a roll of pennies you've been meaning to get rid of. Suddenly, you're not just looking at pocket change. You're looking at a ticket to a new life. There's more. A lot more. And if you think you've already missed your chance, think again. This is just the beginning. Now, here's the hard truth: time is running out. The longer you wait, the less likely you are to find these coins in circulation. The U.S. Mint stopped producing these special coins years ago, and many of them have already been snatched up by collectors or investors. But you still have a chance. But don't let fear hold you back. The market for rare coins is exploding right now. If you have a 2009 no mint mark penny, it's time to act fast. You don't want to let this opportunity slip through your fingers. What are you going to do with a $4 million penny? Imagine selling it and living the life you've always dreamed of. Or perhaps you'll hold on to it as an investment and watch it continue to grow in value. Either way, this is your moment. What if I told you that a single penny from 1964 could be worth up to $3.8 million? Yes, you heard that right. $3.8 million. Imagine holding a coin in your hand right now, a piece of history, that could change your life forever. Stick with me, because in the next 10 minutes, you're going to learn exactly how to identify this rare penny, how to find one in your collection, and, most importantly, how it could put you on the path to living the life you've always dreamed of. In 1964, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies, but there was a rare mistake that slipped through the cracks: a mint mark error, the elusive 1964 D. Lincoln penny. At first glance, it looks just like any other penny, but when you look closer, you might just be holding a priceless treasure. These pennies were made with an incorrect mint mark on them. The D mint mark, which is supposed to be on the right side of the coin, was mistakenly placed in the wrong location. This error makes the coin extraordinarily rare, and rare means valuable. But how valuable? Hold on, because we're about to dive into how much this mistake is worth, and how it could make you a fortune. So, what's the value of a 1964 Lincoln penny? Well, if you're lucky enough to have one in pristine condition, it could be worth anywhere from a few $100s to thousands of dollars. But in certain cases, it could go far beyond that. In fact, there's a verified sale of one of these 1964 Lincoln pennies for a staggering $3.8 million. Yes, million. The buyer walked away with more than just a coin, they walked away with the opportunity of a lifetime. So, you might be thinking, do I have one of these in my coin jar? It's a good question. The truth is, most of these coins never made it to the public's hands. They're rare for a reason. But don't panic yet, because there's a chance, just a chance, that one of these could be sitting in your collection right now, but the clock is ticking. As these rare coins become more sought after, their value continues to rise. Imagine finding one tomorrow. How would that change your life? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about how to identify a 1964 Lincoln penny first. Now, here's where things get real interesting. Identifying a 1964 Lincoln penny might sound like a simple task, but it requires a sharp eye and attention to detail. First, start by looking closely at the mint mark. The D should be located just below the date. But that's not the key to this error. What makes the 1964 penny so rare is the incorrect positioning of the mint mark. It's slightly misaligned, and it can be tricky to spot. But once you see it, you'll know that you have something special. It's crucial to understand that condition matters here. Coins in mint state or uncirculated condition will be worth far more than a worn penny. That's why you should treat these pennies with care. Don't clean them. Cleaning can devalue them. Trust me, no one wants to buy your penny after it's been scrubbed with toothpaste. Just don't. That's a rookie mistake. If you find that rare 1964 penny, here's what you need to do next. Get it authenticated. You can't just list it on eBay and expect to sell it for millions. You need a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to verify its authenticity and condition. Once it's graded, you're ready to sell. Now, I know what you're thinking. Where can I sell this thing? There are several reputable auction houses and rare coin dealers who specialize in these types of transactions. Some auction houses even have dedicated rare coin auctions where these kinds of coins go for astronomical prices. But here's the big question. Are you willing to take the next step? Are you ready to turn your coins into cash, life-changing cash? The world of rare coins is full of opportunities, but you've got to act fast. In our next video, I'll be showing you the step-by-step process of how to get your coins authenticated and where to sell them for top dollar. If you want to know exactly how to turn your collection into a fortune, don't miss it. So, what are you waiting for? Check your change jar, dig through those old coin collections, and see if you have the next $3.8 million penny waiting for you. Imagine walking through your home, going through an old jar of coins you inherited from your grandmother, and you find a rare 1975 mint mark Lincoln penny. You might not think much of it at first, until I tell you, it could be worth up to $3.60 million. Yes, you heard me right, this tiny penny could make you a fortune. But there's a catch. Are you ready to find out if your penny is worth more than a house? Stick around because what I'm about to reveal could change your life. Let's start by understanding what makes the 1975 mint mark Lincoln penny so special. Now, I know what you're thinking, it's just a penny, right? Nothing extraordinary. But trust me, pennies are far more valuable than most people realize. And this one, in particular, is one of the most sought-after coins on the market today. The 1975 mint mark penny was minted in Denver, and while it looks like any other penny at first glance, the truth is, it could hold a secret that's worth millions. What sets this penny apart is its rarity. The 1975 was supposed to be a regular penny, but due to a major mistake at the mint, some of them were accidentally struck with the wrong die. leaving behind a tiny detail that changes everything. Now, you might be thinking, how could a tiny mistake make me rich? Well, we all know that mistakes can be pretty costly, right? Just ask the person who forgot to send in their tax return and then got hit with penalties. But in this case, a mistake at the mint could be your golden ticket. Let's talk numbers. What is this penny really worth? The value of a 1975 D mint mark Lincoln penny depends on the condition of the coin and whether it has that critical error. The key factor here is whether the coin is in good condition or not. Coins in mint state, particularly uncirculated ones, are the most valuable. In fact, if you're lucky enough to find a 1975 D Lincoln penny in perfect condition, you could be looking at a valuation that ranges from a few $100s to as much as $3.60 million. That's right, $3.6 million. The rarest and most valuable of these pennies have been sold at auctions for life-changing amounts. But here's the kicker, these pennies aren't just lying around in anyone's pockets. They're extremely difficult to find, and if you stumble across one, you'll need to act fast. Pattern interrupt, question to reset attention. So, you're probably asking, how can I tell if my penny is the one worth millions? Well, here's where the fun begins. Stick with me, because I'm about to walk you through the key things you need to look for. Now, let's get into the details. How do you identify if your 1975 D Lincoln penny is the one worth thousands or millions? First, check the mint mark. You'll find it just below the date. Look for the D mint mark. The D represents the Denver Mint, and that's important because these errors only occurred in the Denver minting process. But that's not the end of it. If you can spot a 1975 D penny with the distinctive die error, where the date is off-center, or there's a doubling effect, you could have a real goldmine on your hands. Next, the condition of your coin is crucial. If you find your 1975 D in mint condition, it could be graded as mint state 65 or higher, which is what you need for that $3.6 million valuation. But here's the thing, most people don't even realize they have these rare pennies. They think it's just a regular coin, toss it in their jar, and move on with their lives. And the truth is, if you don't act fast, someone else might come across it and snatch it up before you ever even know it was worth something. Now, let me ask you, do you really want to miss out on the chance to sell a penny for millions? Or do you want to learn how to spot these rare coins and potentially change your life forever? I know you're eager to start checking your pennies and rushing off to the bank, but before you do, make sure you understand the proper steps. We're going to take a deep dive into how you can authenticate your rare pennies, how to get them graded, and the best places to sell them for top dollar in our next video. So, hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss it. Now, I've got one last question for you. If you knew you had a coin worth millions, would you be prepared to sell it? Or would you hold on to it, waiting for the right moment? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Remember, time is of the essence. Don't let this rare opportunity slip through your fingers. You might just have a $3.6 million penny hiding in your coin collection. Don't wait, your fortune could be just one penny away. A single penny in your hand, something so small and seemingly insignificant, but it has the potential to change your life forever. You've probably seen pennies lying around, tossed aside without a second thought. But what if I told you that one particular penny, the 1987 no mint mark Lincoln penny, could be worth up to $3.40 million? Yes, you heard that right. Stick with me, because this story will blow your mind and could make you rich. Alright, let's dive into this incredible journey. You see, most pennies from 1987 are worth just 1 cent. But not all 1987 pennies are created equal. There's a rare and special coin, one with no mint mark, that could be worth a fortune. Let's break down exactly why this coin is so valuable. You might be asking yourself, why does a penny from 1987, a coin most people would toss away, hold such a staggering value? It all comes down to a small, almost imperceptible detail that most people don't even know to look for. A missing mint mark. Now, I know what you're thinking. No mint mark? Is that all it takes to make a penny worth millions? Yes, it sounds crazy, but that's the reality for collectors and coin enthusiasts. Imagine finding out your old coins could be the key to your financial freedom. But here's the thing, this isn't just any missing mint mark. There's a real reason behind why this coin could be worth millions. You see, every coin produced by the U.S. Mint has a mint mark, which identifies where it was made, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. In 1987, the Philadelphia Mint produced a batch of Lincoln pennies that, for some unknown reason, were released without mint marks. And that mistake, that one tiny imperfection, is what's now making these coins incredibly valuable. Now, let's talk numbers. A regular 1987 Lincoln penny is worth, well, a penny. But that 1987 no mint mark? It could be worth anywhere between $500 and $3.40 million, depending on its condition and other factors like rarity. In fact, the highest known sale for one of these pennies reached an incredible $3.4 million. Can you even imagine holding a coin in your hand worth that much? Here's where things get serious. There are people, big collectors, investors, and coin enthusiasts, actively searching for these pennies right now. The value of these coins is skyrocketing, and the market is hot. If you happen to find one of these, you could cash in big time. But here's the catch, these coins are extremely rare, and the chances of finding one in circulation are slim. However, that doesn't mean it's impossible. So, how do you find one of these $3.4 million pennies? Well, I'm about to tell you, but first, let me ask, how many pennies have you come across lately that you thought were just junk? Imagine if one of them was the key to your financial freedom. Does that make you want to dig through your old pennies, doesn't it? Let's talk about how you can identify this elusive penny, and why now is the time to act. How do you find this gold mine hiding in plain sight? First, take a look at your 1987 Lincoln pennies. You need to check for the lack of a mint mark, which should be located just under the date. If there's no mint mark, you could have the rare coin in your hands, but just having a no mint mark penny isn't enough to guarantee you're sitting on a fortune. The condition of the coin matters. Coins in pristine condition, with little to no wear and tear, are the ones fetching the highest prices. We're talking about pennies that look like they've never been touched by human hands, coins in mint condition. If your penny looks worn or scratched up, its value drops significantly. Here's where things get really exciting. This is the perfect time to sell your rare pennies. With collectors clamoring for these coins, the demand is high, and prices are only expected to rise. If you've got a 1987 no mint mark in good condition, now is the time to get it appraised and sold. Don't wait, because the window of opportunity won't be open forever. But here's the real kicker, finding a 1987 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just about getting rich, it's about securing your financial future. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how you can turn your rare coins into the wealth you've always dreamed of. But first, let me ask you, are you ready to change your life with a single penny? In just a moment, I'll tell you exactly where you should go to get your coins appraised and how to make sure you're getting the highest offer. But before that, let me share a few success stories of people just like you who turned their rare coins into fortunes. So, let's recap. The 1987 no mint mark Lincoln penny could be worth up to $3.4 million. These coins are extremely rare, and if you find one in mint condition, you're looking at a potential windfall. The market is hot, and now is the time to act. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. You've got the knowledge, the drive, and the chance to cash in on your old coins. Imagine what you could do with that kind of money. The freedom, the security, the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. It all starts with that one rare penny. Are you ready to take the next step? I'll show you how. Stay tuned for more videos on rare coins and how you can unlock their hidden value. The journey to wealth starts now, don't let it pass you by. Are you holding a coin that could make you a millionaire? If you're like most people, you probably don't think much of your spare change, but what if I told you that a single penny from 1993 could be worth up to $3.2 million? That's right, you heard me. Millions. I end this video. We're going to talk about the rare 1993 no mint mark Lincoln penny, and why it could be sitting in your pocket, unrecognized. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot one, how to verify its authenticity, and how to sell it for top dollar. Let's start with a question. Have you ever wondered why some pennies are worth a lot more than others? You know, like the ones you see being auctioned for thousands, or even millions, online. Well, the 1993 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is one of those rare finds. You see, in 1993, the U.S. Mint accidentally produced a batch of Lincoln pennies that were missing a mint mark. Normally, pennies from Philadelphia carry no mint mark, but the ones made that year were supposed to have one. Yet, somehow, a mistake happened in the production process, and the result was a small but mighty group of no mint mark pennies. And here's where it gets crazy. These coins are worth millions. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. How can a penny possibly be worth that much? That's the beauty of rarity. It's not just any old penny, it's a coin that very few people have ever seen or even heard of, and that scarcity makes it a treasure. But let me ask you, do you think you'd recognize one if you had it in your hand right now? Hold that thought, because we're about to dive into how to identify this rare penny. Alright, let's talk about how you can identify a 1993 no-mint mark penny. It's crucial to know what you're looking for, because without this knowledge, you might accidentally spend a coin worth millions as if it's just a regular penny. Here's the first step: check the date and condition of the coin. You'll need a clear image of 1993 on the front, and remember, no mint mark. If you see a D or S next to the year, it's not the one you're looking for. Now, let me ask you something. Are you one of those people who looks at a coin, flips it over quickly, and tosses it aside? Well, stop right there. You might be throwing away your future fortune without even realizing it. Next, let's talk about condition. The higher the grade, the more it could be worth. If you have a penny that's in excellent shape, shiny and well-defined, it could fetch a much higher price than a worn-out one. So, take a moment, grab your magnifying glass, and examine it carefully. And if you're like me, sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between a dirty penny and a rare one. I've seen pennies that look like they've been through a mud storm, probably not worth millions, but hey, they might be sentimental, right? But let's get serious for a moment. Here's where things start to get really exciting. Imagine holding a coin that could change your life forever. Can you feel the excitement building? We're about to talk about how to confirm whether your penny is the real deal, and what to do next that you found the coin, and now you're wondering, how do I know it's worth what they say it's worth? The answer is authentication. Getting your coin graded by a professional coin grading service is your next step. The most trusted names in coin grading include the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. But here's the catch: getting your coin graded isn't free. It costs money to have it professionally evaluated, but it's money well spent. Why? Because once it's graded, your coin's value is cemented, and you can sell it for top dollar. Some of these 1993 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies have sold for over $3.2 million, depending on the condition and rarity. And let me remind you, these sales happen regularly. Every year, new discoveries surface, and collectors are on the lookout for high-value coins. So if you've got one, there's a good chance it could be your ticket to a new lifestyle, one of wealth and security. But here's the real kicker: it's all about timing. The longer you wait, the more opportunities to sell it could slip away. Right now, there's a rush on rare coins, and the demand for this penny is growing by the day. If you've been sitting on a 1993 no-mint mark Lincoln penny without knowing its value, now is the time to act. But hold on, before you go off to check your pockets, there's one final thing you need to know. There's an even rarer variant of the 1993 no-mint mark penny. It could be worth even more, but identifying it is more challenging than you might think. Do you have what it takes to spot it? Stay tuned, because in our next video, we'll reveal that even rarer version, and I promise, it could make you even more money than you ever imagined. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, so you don't miss out. In the meantime, check your coins, grab that magnifying glass, and start your journey to wealth. And if you think you found something valuable, don't wait, get it graded, and start exploring your options for selling it. Who knows? You might just be holding the next $3.2 million penny. You might have one of the most valuable coins in your pocket right now. Yes, I'm talking about a simple penny, the 2006 Mint Mark Lincoln Penny. It's not just any penny. This could be the coin that changes your life forever. In today's video, I'll show you how this small, overlooked penny is worth up to $3 million. You'll learn exactly how to identify it, the stories behind these rare finds, and how you can cash in on a treasure that's been hiding right under your nose. Keep watching. Your fortune could be just a penny away. Let's get one thing straight: pennies aren't just pocket change. While most people toss them in a jar or ignore them altogether, you could be sitting on a fortune. But the 2006 Mint Mark Lincoln Penny? This little coin is in a category all by itself. It was struck at the Denver Mint in 2006, and it carries with it a rare quality that most people don't even know to look for. A quality that, when identified, could fetch you a fortune. You see, not all pennies are created equal. And while most of us are familiar with the common, everyday penny, the 2006 Lincoln Penny holds something special. It's known for its distinctive features that, if you know what to look for, can put thousands of dollars in your pocket. But it's not just any 2006 penny. There's a specific variety that is particularly valuable. And I'm about to tell you how you can spot it. Don't think it's possible? Stick with me. By the end of this video, you'll see how easy it is to recognize this coin and how to get your hands on one, or even sell the one you have. Let's get into the meat of it. What makes this penny so valuable? There's a rare, hard-to-find error on some 2006 coins. It's called a double die obverse. You might be thinking, what's that? I'm about to tell you. A double die obverse error occurs when the die used to strike the coin has a slight misalignment. This causes the design on the coin to be doubled, specifically the date and the letters. When you hold a 2006 penny with this error, you'll see the imprint of Lincoln's bust, the date, and the letters are doubled in certain areas. Now, imagine finding one of these coins in a pile of change you're about to toss out. The thought alone should send a chill down your spine. It might sound like a fairy tale, but it happens. And when it does, the payoff is monumental. Now let's talk money. While a standard 2006 penny might be worth 1 cent, a double die error can fetch anywhere from $1,000 to $3 million. Yes, you heard that correctly. $3 million. Imagine finding a penny worth millions. A small mistake made by the US Mint, and it's worth more than most people make in a lifetime. Here's the thing. There are people out there right now who have these pennies, and they don't even know it. Could that be you? Are you missing out on a fortune simply because you didn't know what to look for? And here's the scariest part: if you don't know what to look for, you could end up passing by the most valuable coin you'll ever find. It's happened before, and it could happen again. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. Let's break it down. The first thing you want to do is look closely at the date on the coin. If the 2006 appears doubled, you might have something special on your hands. Take a magnifying glass and examine the letters and numbers closely. Next, check for the doubling effect on the word Liberty on the obverse side of the penny. You should also inspect the rim of the coin for any irregularities. This is where the magic happens, the subtle shifts that make this coin rare and valuable. The doubling might be faint, so take your time. And don't just assume that every 2006 penny with some wear and tear is valuable. This is about precision. Only a few have that distinctive double die error. So, let's say you find one. Now what? Don't just throw it on eBay and hope for the best. Selling these coins requires knowledge, research, and strategy. Make sure you get it authenticated first. Without that certification, you could be selling your $1 million coin for pennies on the dollar. The next step? Research. Find reputable dealers, attend coin shows, and get an expert's opinion. And when you're ready, sell your coin for the value it deserves. But here's the kicker: this isn't the only coin with a potential value that'll blow your mind. There are more hidden treasures out there, waiting to be discovered. Coins from the 1900s, pennies from the 1940s, and even some from the 1980s, all with unique errors and designs that could make them worth more than you can imagine. Want to know about other coins worth a small fortune? Stay tuned for future videos. In the next one, I'll be revealing another hidden gem of coinage that could make you thousands. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the next big discovery. And if you have a 2060 penny sitting around, don't wait another second, get it checked. Your fortune might just be a click away. A coin in your hand, a simple, everyday penny, but what if I told you that this seemingly ordinary penny could be worth up to $1 million? No, this isn't a fairy tale. This is a reality that could change your life. Today, we're talking about the 2011 Mint Mark Lincoln penny and how it could unlock a fortune for you. Stick around until the end of this video, because I'm about to show you exactly how this penny could make you incredibly wealthy. You might have this coin sitting in your jar, your wallet, or hidden away in a drawer, completely unaware of its value. Let me break it down for you. The 2011 Mint Mark Lincoln penny, issued by the United States Mint, has a fascinating backstory. When the government released these coins, they didn't know what would happen next. But what they didn't foresee was the incredible rarity of certain 2011 pennies. Yes, some of these coins have a unique flaw, a feature that makes them highly sought after by collectors, investors, and coin enthusiasts. But here's where things get really interesting: most of these pennies are not valuable. They're just regular, run-of-the-mill coins. But a small number of them, only a select few, have a minting error that drastically increases their value. You see, sometimes, coins are struck in error. This creates a very rare opportunity for those who know what to look for. The 2011 penny you're looking for will have a distinctive double die error. This means that the coin's design is doubled. You'll see a faint but obvious doubling on Lincoln's eyes, chin, and the date. That tiny error could mean the difference between a 1-cent coin and a life-changing amount of money. Some collectors have already paid tens of thousands of dollars for pennies with this error, and the best part? You could have one in your pocket right now. So, what's stopping you from finding one? Here's the reality: people all over the United States are actively hunting for these rare pennies. Some have already uncovered these treasures and are sitting on literal gold mines. They aren't just sitting around hoping for luck, they're getting educated, doing the research, and then taking action. And you can too, but time is of the essence. The longer you wait, the more likely it is that these valuable coins will be snatched up by eager buyers and investors. It's not just about luck, it's about timing and knowledge. What if you've already passed by a coin worth thousands, or more, thinking it was just another penny? The regret you'll feel could haunt you, because in the world of rare coins, what you don't know can cost you dearly. But if you're serious about cashing in, you can't waste another minute. If you've got the right 2011 Lincoln penny, you're sitting on a potential fortune. Now, picture this: imagine selling that penny. What would it feel like to have a check in your hand worth thousands, maybe even millions? This could be your reality. There's a whole community of people who have already experienced this. They didn't just get lucky, they knew exactly what to look for, how to find the rare coins, and how to sell them for top dollar. But don't just take my word for it. Experts say that a 2011 Lincoln penny with the right error could be worth anywhere from $500 to $1 million, depending on the condition and rarity of the coin. These pennies are an investment, a piece of history, and a potential goldmine all rolled into one. And now, it's your turn. It's time to stop sitting on the sidelines. It's time to take action. Grab your coin jar, start inspecting those pennies, and if you find one with that signature double die error, you could be holding a key to financial freedom. Will you be the next person to find the 2011 Lincoln penny worth a small fortune? Or will you let this opportunity slip through your fingers? The choice is yours, but remember, the clock is ticking. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll teach you how to identify other rare pennies and how to get top dollar for them. You won't want to miss this. Don't wait, your future is in your hands. The next $1 million penny might just be waiting for you to find it.